And who is that?
Terence Crawford. That's it. You know, I'm 41-0 for a reason. You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes.
Our job is to line it up. And us fighters, we're warriors. We always want to fight the best.
Floyd Mayweather has given a direct message to Crawford following the heated argument regarding who would win. Floyd's warning was plain. Crawford could be pursuing something that does not exist. He reminded everyone that Mayweather, who reigned boxing, retired on his own terms, and he was not about to allow anyone change that legacy.
Me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Floyd stressed to Smith that boxing is about more than just who is now the hardest in the ring. It's about who dominated the situation when it mattered the most. Floyd believes Crawford's decision to wait until his mid-30s to pursue this showdown is too late. He believes the greatest impact and historical attention may have occurred years earlier.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
That statement came in the midst of a heated discussion on Stephen A. Smith's show, where Floyd and Crawford engaged in a rare direct exchange that had the boxing world transfixed to every word. Mayweather maintained his composure, but each phrase was impactful. Essentially, he told Crawford, "You can beat anyone you want, including those I've never met, but you won't change my legacy." With that, Floyd cemented his own era's dominance while abruptly reminding Crawford that he arrived too late to compete with him at his best.
I don't want to lose because now society has shaped things to where if a fighter lose, they talk so bad about, oh, he's a bum. I knew he was overrated. Oh, y'all hyped him up, and now they got to hear it. But back in the day, they didn't have social media. You know what I mean? So all that wasn't in their face.
However, the exchange is more than just two boxers going back and forth. It provoked a heated controversy among fans, fighters, and music experts alike. Even active boxers, such as Ryan Garcia, have joined the conversation, escalating the dispute. Garcia, who is known for his candor, spoke freely during a recent segment on Ring Magazine's Inside the Ring. LaShawn McCoy, a former NFL great, declared that no one impacted the game like Floyd Mayweather. Garcia abruptly interrupted in a worst way. Garcia argued that Floyd dominated not only the ring, but also the commercial aspect of boxing. Floyd, according to him, chose his opponents when it suited him best, frequently after warriors like Pacquiao or Cotto had reached their peak. Music, he never faced anyone truly in their peak, Garcia claims, arguing that Floyd's legacy was built more by clever matchmaking than unrivaled in-ring talent. According to Garcia, this method transformed boxing's culture, encouraging fighters to safeguard their records rather than actively seek the most difficult assignments.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to...
Max Kellerman chimed in with his opinion. Kellerman, known for seeing through the noise in boxing media, suggested that, depending on your perspective, Crawford may have a stronger claim to legacy than Floyd. He emphasized that Floyd carefully chose his opponents, particularly after rising past the lighter classes. While his record is packed with major names, Music Kellerman observed, people remember the fights Floyd avoided at key moments. Crawford, on the other hand, has continuously pursued every opportunity that has presented itself, despite the fact that his resume is not as extensive. That desire to fight anyone, Kellerman added, connects with fans and analysts when determining a fighter's genuine legacy.
Versus Triple G.
Listen, man.
Floyd didn't fight him, and Floyd is an all-time great. But what a missed opportunity. You got Crawford going from 135 and talking about fighting Canelo at 168. It's kind of the same.
That is precisely where the controversy begins. Achievements versus timing. Mayweather's resume is packed with icons. Mayweather's record includes fights against De La Hoya, Pacquiao, Cotto, Hatton, Marquez, Mosley, Gatti, Caralesh, and other prominent boxers. However, Experts such as Garcia and Kellerman argue that the timing of those fights softens the impact, claiming that Mayweather met these opponents when they were either past their prime or not performing at their highest levels. By 2015, Pacquiao had passed his prime. Mosley has turned 38 after a long layoff. Canelo and Cotto fought under catchweight, and Co had already suffered significant wear and tear. While Floyd claimed victory in every match, these critics question how dominant those victories were.
Looking back at like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight. And that's what led him to be so great, you know, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions, you know, got the most money for beating the most champions. So it's just like, man, he had this guy.
Crawford, on the other hand, has a less long resume, but the quality and effort behind his victories tell a different narrative. He never timed his challenges. He faced Sean Porter while Porter was still a serious threat, defeated Errol Spence at 35, then astonished the world by defeating Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight. Crawford was not ducking anyone. The promoters and networks were hesitant. He was labeled a high-risk, low-reward fighter under top level and spent years chasing big-name fights that never materialized. Crawford was already in his 30s when he eventually signed Spence.
We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement, or his...
Crawford, at 38, is undefeated at 42-0, with uncontested titles in 3 weight classes and victories against Gamboa, Postal, Jeff Horn, Porter, Spence, and Alvarez. However, when compared to Mayweather's immaculate 50-0 record, the numbers somewhat favor Floyd. 8 fewer victories may not sound like much, but in the legacy discussion, every single triumph counts. Crawford, on the other hand, has a card that Mayweather has never played, moving up to the 6th weight division. If he drops to middleweight and wins a title, he would accomplish something Floyd never attempted. Music Mayweather retired at 154, creating his legacy there, although he never pursued 6 divisions. Crawford's unwavering determination to take on ever larger problems could be the tipping point in the legacy debate.
Floyd had a lot of craft that mimicked some of the things that Sugar Ray did. So does Terence. And Terence is psychologically a latter-day Sugar Ray Robinson. He has the same kind of capacity to be charming and then in the next 30 seconds to turn on his fire. And that, I think, is part of what he's going to take into the ring.
The time of their careers adds another dimension to the discussion. Crawford won his first world title in 2014, barely a year before Floyd ended his reign with wins against Pacquiao and Andre Berto. Music, their windows barely overlapped, but the chance there. If Mayweather had remained active, a fight might have been possible. However, by that moment, Floyd was more concerned with maintaining his legacy than with pursuing new challenges. This is the point he made on Stephen A. Smith's show. Please don't ask me right now. Music, if it was supposed to happen, it would have occurred when the stakes and interest were at their highest. That moment is over, and the what-ifs are gone. Crawford's recent victories cannot entice Floyd to return to the ring in retrospect.
Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out. You know?
Yeah, that's true. But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Anybody else?
There's an OG
Somebody
somewhere.
gotta pioneer it, right? Yeah, you gotta.
There's an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't out.
Fans haven't stopped visualizing the matchup. At 147, Mayweather was a defensive genius, practically untouchable, shredding opponents round after round. From the ages of 28 to 38, he went 12-0 at welterweight, dominating the division for a decade. Crawford, at 147 pounds, was an aggressive and versatile fighter, a switch hitter with devastating power and a fiery competitive streak. Over the course of 5 years, he went 8-0, frequently handily defeating opponents. He has height, reach, and versatility in both his stance and approach, making the potential confrontation much more exciting.
He's surprised that, Crawford wasn't running from him. He was, he was very confident that he could stand there and trade, a lot of times with Canelo.
Crawford fought a brilliant fight. He fought a brilliant fight. He stayed at the right range. He didn't engage with Canelo when Canelo was trying to get him to engage with him. And he took control of the fight. And he did what he wanted.
In a hypothetical fight, Crawford's size, music power, and unrelenting pressure would test Floyd's famed defense in ways few others could. Fans sometimes cite Paul Williams, a big, high-output welterweight, as an example of a faux Floyd avoided due to the matchup problem he created. Music now picture adding Crawford's switch-hitting ability, southpaw power, and ring IQ. It's easy to understand why many believe Mayweather may have had to battle harder than ever to keep his perfect record.
It's so strong. That's what I said. Why are you talking about 54? None of them dudes gonna get you up. If you truly beat Canelo, why not be the greatest fighter in the existence of boxing? Like, Bivol was the only dude to beat 2 undisputed active champions. Like, he beat Canelo as an undisputed champion, and he beat Better Beef as an undisputed champion. Bivol, historically, might go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. If you beat Bivol and you beat Canelo, Crawford might have surpassed TB.
However, Floyd admirers say that his style was specifically built to eliminate tenacious fighters. He wasn't only swift and elusive, he was efficient. Floyd did not need to throw dozens of punches. Landing the right 20 to 25 and forcing his opponent to miss many more was enough. Floyd might have employed the same techniques he used to delay Canelo in 2013 or to neutralize Ricky Hatton's aggression in 2007. Then there's the question of directing the attention. Floyd wasn't only a boxer, he was a PPV powerhouse, the man capable of commanding entire weekends. Crawford, despite defeating Spence and Canelo, never achieved that level of influence. Floyd's competitive advantage was more than just skill. It was also timing, leverage, and stage control. Music Crawford is exceptional, but he has never wielded authority. Now, if this dream showdown happens, who do you think would win? Please share your ideas in the comments, and remember to subscribe for more boxing updates.